In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I took this brand new Shopify store from zero sales to over $71,000 in sales in just 3 days of running ads. So firstly, I'm going to show you exactly what my winning product was. Then we'll take a look at the website, so the product page, how I make a high converting product page. We'll look at the offer. So I use a very specific offer, which I will show you guys and explain why. And then most importantly, I'm going to show you guys how to find these winning products for yourself. I'm going to show you a method that I use myself right now in 2024, and I promise you that no one has shown you how to do this product research method like I do. So my winning product were these sweatpants. These are the I Love My Boyfriend sweatpants. Now back in January when I ran these, there was a lot of demand for this product. So what I mean by that is there was a lot of content on TikTok, there was a lot of viral videos, there was a lot of people trying to run them themselves. That doesn't tell me that they're saturated. That tells me that there is a lot of demand and a low supply. So that's the perfect time for you to jump on and make a store and start running ad creatives, okay? We find the demand and we create a supply. Now, my product page is made with Shrine. What we need to go over first is my offer. This is very, very important. This is a strategy that I've been using for a very long time, and people are only now just starting to pick up on it and they're starting to copy me, but it's still, I promise you, still works now. So what I do is a low upfront offer with high shipping in the back end. So I was selling this product for $19.99 with $15 shipping. The reason this is so effective is because I can use this low upfront offer inside my creatives, which we're going to get there in a minute. The second reason is that it's psychologically getting the customer to essentially commit to buying the item. So I'm selling it for $20 upfront, okay? I make a nice website, a nice product page, and then when they go in, they add it to cart, they put in their details and they see the $14.99 shipping. They have psychologically committed to buying the item. TikTok it has a lot of impulsive buyers, okay? So the shipping is no problem. Don't worry about having such a high shipping fee, okay? They're committed to the item, they're going to purchase the item. Now, what I do is I use that offer to my advantage. I put it everywhere on my website. So the announcement bar, sale ends midnight, $20 today only. We get down to this little urgency text, $20 today only. I have a horizontal ticker down here, while stocks last, $20 today only. So I am just putting it in their mind that it's $20, okay? I'm psychologically convincing them that this is a cheap product, okay? It's a steal. They have to buy it now, today. Then the rest of my website or my product page is nice and simple, okay? I like to put in 3 emoji benefits. I always have this on all of my websites, which is like a social proof. So over 5,000 happy customers, okay? Then we have, I guess, more social proof and customer satisfaction is the 30-day free returns, and then fast plus insured shipping. When they get to our shipping, we want to sell it to them. We don't just want to call it standard shipping and it's $15. I call my shipping something like this: tracked and insured, fast and insured, maybe priority shipping, okay? I give it a name that sells the shipping as well. I have my review stars here, which is just done by a custom code, so they pop up here. Then we have our first review, which is just an image, okay? Images are always best. Make sure you've got review images, just a short few sentences, okay? Use ChatGPT for this. One GIF is all we need, okay? Just showing off the product. A little title and a small description. We want minimal time on this product page, minimal amount of scrolling and minimal amount of reading that has to be done for the customer. Satisfaction guarantee with a 30-day money back trust with a nice little icon here. And then we get to our testimonials, which is probably the most important part. We want a nice image showing off the product, organically looking, okay? Like I'll show you with my second testimonial here. Let me swipe across. This is like blurry. This is like a bad image, but this is perfect. This is an organic image. This is what customer testimonials should look like. We don't want some, like professionally done picture. That doesn't look real at all, okay? So these type of images is what I look for when I do my customer testimonials, and I just get 3, okay? 3 testimonials and then we're done. I don't put reviews, I put review stars and 3 testimonials with good images. And that's my product page done. We're going to hop into the TikTok ads manager now, and I'm going to show you guys just how quickly you can make insane amounts of money with TikTok ads. So we're going to start with the day one here. Now, back then I was testing a few different like methods of testing structures to see what worked best. Now, funnily enough, I don't do this anymore, but I actually just ran 2 CBOs, okay? So I started the CBOs at $50. They each had 5 creatives in them, the same 5 creatives. So I was only testing 5 ads. Now we can see that this CBO here did not perform well at all. I let it spend quite a bit. I ended up like bumping the budget just because I like to give my campaigns a bit of spend before I make any sort of judgments. It only got 2 sales and at very high CPA. This other CBO here, set up the exact same way, I bumped it to $100, okay, and I let it spend its full amount. It got 8 sales with $12.50 CPA. Now, one thing to note about this product is it was actually a higher ticket product. So my break-even CPA was actually about $25 or $26. So it was quite healthy. So that's another reason I was willing to let it spend a little bit more compared to a lower ticket product where it should give us results a lot sooner, okay? So this made me see that it can be profitable. And the difference was simply like each CBO seems to hit different pockets, like different audiences. So sometimes you've got to make more than just one to really give it a chance to see if it's going to work. Now, what I did moving on into day 2. So that was just 11 orders and only 10 tracks. So we missed 1 order, which is completely normal. Now, moving into day 2 on the 18th of January, it picked up a little bit more. We had 47 sales. And on Shopify, we had 59. So it hasn't tracked 12 sales, which is unfortunate. There's honestly not much we can do about it. There is third-party apps which we can use, but let's keep looking at this. So we can see that the CPA actually dropped and it was a lot more healthy than before. Now, all I did was I selected those. There was 3 ads that got me those sales out of those 8 sales yesterday in that campaign. These campaigns now are just conversion CBOs. They only have 3 ads in them, okay? The 3 winning ads. This started to get me much better results, okay? I had a few, I actually went from 2 CBOs to 10 in day 2. When I see something works, I like to be quite aggressive, okay? There's a very small window before everybody sees your product on Spy Tools and rip your store and start running them up themselves, okay? So I like to be quite aggressive and it always pays off, okay? I promise that's what TikTok likes. You're giving it money, it's giving you rewards. So I had 10 CBOs going. Some of them, the CPA rose quite a lot, so I would have cut them in the day, okay? And I had an ABO going here. Now, what I actually did with this ABO is I tested more creatives. I tried to, because I only had 3 winning ads, so I tried to add in a little bit more. It did not go well at all. I got 2 sales and I let it spend a whole heap. Like I had, let's see, I had a heap of ads. So each ad group in this ABO is 1 ad that I started at $50. So I actually let it spend that's like 8 ads. And they just honestly didn't go well. So I just had to keep moving with the 3 ads that I had scaling at the moment. But it's always good to keep testing ad creatives, okay? It only takes 1 winning ad to scale a product. So day 2, a little bit better. We did 2.9K in rev with 47 tracked sales with a much better CPA, okay? Much more profitable. Then we'll move into day 3, which is where I started the scale. So we had 518 tracked payments. And I'll go to day 3 here, was a 24K day, okay? 24.6, 532 total orders. So again, we missed like another 14 orders there. Now, one thing to note here in day 3, again, there's a lot of orders were missed, so it's hard to judge what the CPA truly was, but it started to rise again. Now, typically when I scale, I always put in a rule. Normally my rule is $12.50. When we're selling like a $20 break-even CPA product, I keep it at $12.50. And if it goes over that mark, I'll start to scale back because I don't want rev, I want profit. I let that CPA increase a little bit depending on the cost of the product. So because this was a higher ticket product, with a $25 break even, I was willing to let it go towards $16 CPA, okay? It still crossed that mark. I was actually just going for the benefit of the doubt that it wasn't tracking all of my sales properly. So I was letting it spend a little bit, which did dig into the profit. I still was profitable with that $25 break even. So that's great. But I always keep that rule of thumb. So if I was doing a $12.50 CPA rule, if my product had about a $20 break even, as soon as it crossed that $12.50, I'm going to reduce the budget. So if I'm scaling up to like $100, $200 with the budget, if it started to go above that, I'm putting it back down, even to 50 if I have to, okay? Back to 100. I'm seeing if it can revive itself. If it pulls in a few more sales and drops that CPA back down, then I'm happy to bump it back up again. Okay, so let me show you, because we can't really see if I move my camera here. We can see down here, the total CPA after all the campaigns. I would have done about 20 CBOs. As I said, I like to go quite aggressive. I spent $10,000 in ads in the day, and my total CPA was $19.55 with a $25 break even profit margin. So I was profitable, but not as profitable as I would like to be, as my CPA rose quite a bit. So I need to figure out what to do for the next day. And normally the answer to that is, let's add in some more creatives and see if we can drop this cost per click. So my CPC here averaged at about 50 cents, which is not bad at all. This is a US only campaign. If I could get it to like 30 cents though, or even 25, halving my CPC, that would like essentially double the amount of profits for the same amount of ad spend. Like it's halving the amount of clicks I got. Let's move on to the next day, where we did another 537 sales. I think it was around the same amount of rev, okay, 536 sales. And it actually says we got one more that was tracked. So ad accounts always just be a little bit funny. Now I was like getting worried here because the CPA was just like rising and I don't like that, okay? I want to be as profitable as possible. So I decided to scale down the following day, which I'm just going to go straight to that now, the 21st. And that got my CPA down a lot. I was quite happy with what that looked like there. Another, less like 100, 200 sales. And I did a 17K day. I just was bumping. I was trying new strategies. I was adding in these SPCs, which are smart performance campaigns. They were getting some pretty good CPAs. I think I was starting to try and add those value CBOs, which you unlock after like 20 or 30 conversions, sales, and really just being a little less aggressive on the ad account. And it did seem to drop down the CPA quite a bit. I was still spending a lot, but you can see my CPC actually dropped, which is why I was able to be a bit more profitable with the same product, okay? Now, the key to scaling these high numbers is, as I said, being aggressive. So we give a number. So let's say our break even, like mine, was $25. I'm going to have $16 CPA as a rule. If I start a campaign at $50 and it gets 2 sales with a nice and healthy CPA, I'm going to bump it from 50 to 150. So $150. That's my first bump, okay? I don't really care like how many sales or what time of the day it's getting, as long as the CPA is staying low. Once I bump it to 150, if it gets another 2 or 3 sales and the CPA has still stayed very low, under that $12.50 mark is what I use most of the time, I'm going to double that again. I'm going to go to 300. 150, double, let's go to 300, okay? I'm doing the same for all of the campaigns that are performing well. I'm going to give it some time, let a few sales pop up on my phone, check back in. Again, you need to stop worrying about the time of day or the amount of sales. You've got to just do it, like you've got to freestyle it a little bit. If you got another 2-3 sales, maybe the CPA is up to like $8 now, but now it's got like 12 sales or something. That's perfect. I'm going to bump this again, 600. We're going aggressive. Once I'm up here, I'm starting to check back into my ad account more frequently because there's a lot more spend going. There should be a lot more sales coming in, and I don't want to let anything go past that high CPA. From 600, I go to 1,000. Another couple sales, CPA is still low. We're going to increase it to 1,000. Check back in on the ad account regularly. You know, see how it's going. If the CPA is rising massively on some of the campaigns you've bumped, that's when you got to start to downscale. For the ones that it's working in, great. Let it have another 2-3 sales. If the CPA is still under $12.50, we go to 2,500. This is my exact bumping strategy every time, okay? This still works today, I promise. Sales coming in here. Once we get to this sort of budget, it's more than likely going to keep working, okay? This is a winning CBO. It's a winning campaign. It's hit the right ad pockets. It's got the winning audience. I'm not really worried about this anymore. I'm going to keep bumping it. From 2,500, we go to 5,000. Let it get a few more sales in. And then this is my favorite time, which is extremely, people don't talk about this because they don't know, they haven't done it before. If you manage to scale a CBO up to $10,000 in budget, I promise you, your CPA is going to drop. You're going to become more profitable. This is because you are now like the king of the market. You are outbidding everybody, okay? You are the first to the sale every single time. You're going to be getting sales every second. Your CPA will drop. You will go from like, let's say we were still under that $12.50, it will drop to like below $10, okay? This happens every single time I scale to this number. Once I get here, I bump to 20,000. Once I've seen that the CPA drops, I hit it at 20,000 and I refresh the ad account every second. I'm just watching it. I'm not going anywhere at this point, okay? I'm sitting in front of my computer, refresh. You're going to be getting sales nonstop. It's normal that your CPA will now rise at this sort of budget, but it won't rise that quickly because you will be getting so many sales in at the same amount of time. All you have to do is have that mark set. So for this product, I was using the $16 mark. Once it rose over $16, I would drop it back. To 10,000, okay? It will slow down the spend a lot and it will actually let sales catch up that have been like you're going to have like 100 people in cart checking out. These sales will all catch up. Your CPA will drop back down again. It's like a seesaw. Then I'm going to go back in. I'm going to bump it back up to 20,000. The CPA will slowly rise over $16. I go back in. So I did 200,000 there. Don't do that. Back to 10,000. It will drop back down again, okay? And I play this game all night. I don't cut it at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. That is rubbish when people say that. That is hilarious that I see people, they like stop their ads at like 10 p.m. That is such a waste. I go all night. Like if it keeps doing this seesaw effect, I'm not going to stop. I've literally sat here until 3 a.m. before, just going 20K, 10K, 20K, 10K. And it keeps on bringing in sales and it keeps on dropping the CPA and I just play that game, okay? Do this until you notice that the CPA stops dropping and then bump it down aggressively. So this total spend was about $1,500. That means it would have allowed me to bump it all the way down to like, probably like $1,750. Because there is a limit it lets you drop to, which is a percentage of the spend. So I would have dropped it to $1,750 at like 3 a.m. and just let it go until the morning, okay? It's going to spend very slowly, but very profitably at this time because everyone's asleep. This campaign is fully optimized and it's only sending it to people that are potential buyers, which means it's not going to waste your money. Now, the most important step, how do we find these winning products? I'm going to show you guys a way that I use right now that nobody has ever showed you before. Most people teach the burner method is what we call it. Very wrong, okay? The burner method is the most effective way to find untapped winning products. Now, what the burner method is just having a TikTok account on your phone, okay? And we train it to show you winning products. How most people teach this method is they tell you to search up things like Amazon finds or TikTok made me buy it. This is completely terrible advice. The reason for that is because this is training your For You page for a very broad audience of essentially just viral videos, okay? These are not good products. These are viral videos. It's the same as when you do like TikTok made me buy it. It's the same thing. It's just a bunch of viral videos with different products in there, okay? It's not training your For You page correctly at all, and you're just going to be lost. You need to train it to a very niche specific audience. Now, how we do this is firstly, pick a niche. If you want multiple niches, you need multiple TikTok accounts. So for my main account, I use it for women's clothing. So I want to train it to only show me women's clothing. So the way I do that is I search something like this, viral spring clothing. This is not my product research method right here. This is my optimization method. Right now, it is spring in the United States, so there is more demand for spring clothing. So that's what we want to start optimizing our feed for. We simply have a scroll through and we see products like this dress and we like it and we follow the creator, okay? And we keep doing this for a while. You need to spend a good amount of time liking, commenting even, saving, following the creator. Because what you'll find out is that these creators, they actually have like a catalog. Like maybe if I choose one at random, all they do is wear different clothes. Like that's the whole content is wearing different like Amazon hauls, or like, you know, different brands will pay them for like a UGC creator type video. Very often they actually post winning videos. Like this dress could be a great dropshipping product, okay? So we are starting to like these type of creators, which is going to begin to optimize our feed. Now, to take it one step further, you want to get into little brands. Like here's one, for example, I can just show you. You'll end up going down the rabbit hole, you know, and you'll see all these brands like this, House of CB. Okay, you're going to follow the brand, start to like all of their stuff. More often than not, you've probably seen, like I've seen this product right now run by dropshippers, okay? So they're just selling dupes of this product, which is great. You can make a lot of money off that. So now liking this product and, you know, leaving a comment on this video is beginning to optimize our For You page even more to women's clothing and the type of women's clothing products that we want, okay? Then you will keep finding different creators. Like I've done this for so long that I memorized them. Like I know them off the top of my head. I know that this creator posts content. This camo hoodie was in my last YouTube video, okay? It's a winning product. I've already liked all of her stuff. So once we optimize it this way by following them, liking their stuff, they're the type of creators that will show up in our For You page. Now, you need to take it a little bit further, okay? Here's a great product. Here's a dropshipping product right now. Like it, maybe leave a comment. See they've tagged Princess Polly. Maybe you can go into Princess Polly, follow them, okay? Go down the rabbit hole. Just do this for like an hour and it will completely change your For You page. Once we find a product though, there's a very important lesson and another step that nobody else has ever taught you before, okay? Because they don't know this, but it's something that I do, is that when we find a product, one, we want to search it on PP ads or our spy tools. We want to see how many people are running this said product to make sure that we're not just testing some overly saturated product that everybody else has already seen, okay? The best news is that there's no news. We search it up on PP ads, no results. Perfect. You've probably found an untapped winner. Get on that straight away. Now, the next step though is finding winning creatives for the product. Now, what I mean by finding winning creatives is here is a product that I have found today. It's called the Butterfly Camo Set. Now, when you search this name, and this is the name that I found it by scrolling through my For You page, it only shows me 1, 2 creatives here that are actually somewhat using the product. So this is what the product looks like here. Now, most of the time, and most people, if they see this, it's showing that there's actually very little demand, so it's not a good sign, okay? But TikTok goes off keywords. So one little step further, extremely important step, is that if I click into this video and I just have a look, it says POV, you got your hands on the Dairy Boy Camo Butterfly Set. If I search that, Dairy Boy Camo Butterfly Set, it now brings me this whole catalog of viral content posted in the last, month or so, and it's everywhere. I just went from finding 2 videos for this product to endless amounts of content on this product, okay? You've got to get that keyword search in. This lesson right here is extremely valuable. I cannot stress enough how this will change the game for you. Creatives are key, not the product. A winning creative is how you scale to these days that I'm showing you here, okay? If I find a product that is saturated, as you call it, but I go into here, I keyword search, I find creatives that have not been used, and I turn this organic content, okay? If I turn this into my creative, so I save it with Snaptic, which is just an app here. I download it, I put it into CapCut, I edit it a little bit. This will make me win compared to my, saturated competition. Better than that, this product is one that I found organically. There's probably no one even running this product. So when I go in and I run with all of these creatives that I've now found, like, you are guaranteed to find a winning ad with this content, okay? On top of that, it's validating it for us. There's viral content everywhere. That means there's high demand. That means people are interested in this product. And if we even take a look at the comments, like, where do I get it? Where from? I wish this came out for the winter, yeah, whatever. This looks so comfy. I can't wait for it to come. Obsessed. No, it's sold out. Like, this is gold. This is a free winning product for anyone who's watching this video, which is crazy. You're looking for this type of demand in the very recent, like, this is only last month. So taking that little extra step just changed the entire game for me. My next step is download these that look good with good amount of views, with good angles of the product, put it into CapCut, make your creatives for it, and get that on immediately and test this product. So guys, that is exactly how I find and scale my winning products in 2024. I'm going to leave my Discord linked below. For any of you guys that are starting out, I have a completely free beginner's course that is very detailed and it's going to show you everything you need to get started from A to Z.